Welcome back to the motherfucking show. We are here with Not You All in My Black Business, where we keep it real, thick, and juicy. So find that juicy double. And you're here with NATO, as well as...
All right, J Styles with a Z, not an S. Don't ever forget it.
And we have a special guest today. You know, the first of the second season. So, like, we're popping our cherry yet again. Today, we have a photographer, a young visionary, an artist, definitely one of the homies. We have Eli.
Yes, thanks for having me, guys. Good.
Of course, we're excited.
Mm-hmm. And today, we're going to tell y'all the episode is definitely about friendship, but we're going to get all up in Eli's black business real quick. We have a mini segment that we're incorporating into the show. It is called Interrogation. Don't make it cut. We're going to ask a bunch of questions, just like in a span of like, hopefully less than a minute or like 90 seconds. And he's got to answer like as fast as he can. You good with that?
Give us an example.
Well, I'm going to ask the questions.
Well, true.
Right. You don't want to give me too much time.
Yeah. You got to be right on your feet, on your floaters. So are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Numero uno. What's photography? Digital or film?
Digital.
3 adjectives to best describe you.
Eclectic, artistic, and ambitious.
What fashion trend do you wish never existed?
Those camo pants, the colorful, like the colorful ones.
I'm weak. That was a cute little era, but damn.
No.
What's a common misconception about you?
That I'm narcissistic.
In a fight, who you going with? Scarlet Witch or Jean Grey?
Jean Grey.
Come on now.
Okay.
Come on now.
All right, last one. What's your motto for life?
Live it to the fullest. No regrets.
You got through it.
Okay, I did my big one.
Yeah, you answered them really quick. I was like, damn, I would have had to think.
Period.
He said eclectic. I was like, damn.
Yes. What was the question? Anywho. But yes, today our episode is on friendships, kind of like unwritten rules of friendship, because, you know, there's so many different things that we go through with friends, the highs, the lows, the middles. I'm sure we can all agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think for right now, we should start about like friends that come with a little bit more benefits.
What do you mean by a little bit more benefits?
You know, you might be doing a little bit more. You might be knocking the boots. So you might be a side, not a top or a bottom, but you're a side with your friends, your homies.
What do you want to know about friends with benefits?
Like, have y'all ever had a situation with a friends with benefits that became, you know, maybe good, or is it sour, or, you know, what do you feel about that?
I think I can start off. I realistically think that example, Jacked. Like, we grow up like in a day and age to where hookup culture is like a thing, and it's like, you know, what happens when we like see a little bit more for a person, and we're just like, okay, maybe we shouldn't fool around or fuck around. Maybe we should just like be cool or just be girlfriends. Because I definitely have situationships that have turned into relationships that have turned into like, we're not cool no more. So, you know, I didn't learn it's not okay to like mix friendships with like pleasure sometimes, because it can get sour. But I've definitely had more run-ins with just like becoming closer friends than it becoming sour. Because, you know, everybody doesn't have the same intentions as you, and, you know, everybody looks at relationships differently. So, you know, when things get sour, it's over. You know what I mean? It's no coming back from there. So I would just like say, me moving forward in the future, I'm definitely gonna like just be more careful with like who I give my all to, or who I like, you know, involve penetration or intercourse, because like oral is one thing, but penetration is crazy, and it's like
not oral is one thing.
I'm not even into oral like that, but it's just like when it's a thing, it's a thing. You know what I mean? Like it's no coming back from penetration.
Mm-hmm. So do y'all think that friends with benefits is doable or not doable?
I think friendships with benefits is doable to a certain extent. You know, like if y'all are best friends, no. It has to be somebody that you're not like a super, super close with to me. Somebody that you don't mind, you know, like we can go a little while without speaking to each other, but we're still friends and we mess around. So like it's not like you and I, you know what I'm saying? It's more so like me and Eli, you know what I'm saying? Like if we were all in a friend group, that would be the friend dynamic of a dynamic of a friends with benefits. But yeah, Nada, you're too close. Nada, you're too close. And Eli's close enough for me as in friends with benefits. Like we're best friends. Me and Eli are not best friends. So I'm like, okay, that's a friends with benefits type of scenario for me. Now, but other people, they don't mind dating their best friend or like not dating, but mess around with their best friend. I just think it is very murky because like, what if I get in my feelings about something that we do sexually? That could fuck up our friendship, and I don't want sex to jeopardize our friendship.
Or if we go out and like your friend's getting like a lot of attention, and it's just like, you know what I mean? Like people are gonna take shit personal. It's like it could be this one moment, but it could be this the next. It was just pretty slow.
Yeah. I think it's doable, but it's just I feel like certain people when they go in, especially on one of the apps, they might be like, "Oh, I'm looking for a friend with benefits," when really they just want someone they could fuck consistently, and it's just like
friends with benefits.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They just want the sex. They don't really want a friend. Like, they don't know a real friend.
So what are the requirements? Like, give me the 3 main requirements to like a healthy friends with benefits.
I just feel like we should be hanging out outside of us having sex. Like it should be like, we going to go link, we gonna go chill. Like, what's another requirement?
That's one. That's a good one. That's really a good one though.
Mm-hmm.
Another, it's just I should be able to talk about anything. Yeah, space. And I feel like I should be able to talk to you about anything. I shouldn't be feeling like, oh, as a friend with benefits, I should feel uncomfortable talking to you about another nigga because you're gonna be jealous. And it's just like,
those are the 3 requirements. Okay, I mean that sounds very easy. It just makes it difficult because if you're my best friend, I already love you on another level. So once we start having sex, I'm like, oh my God, like it's another level of love. To me. Maybe we're not saying love, but like I'm displaying love by like what I'm doing to you. Because I'm like, I won't do this to anybody else. I'm only doing it to you or somebody else that I'm interacting with at the moment. But I don't know how long it could last being a friends with benefits because like I'm an emotional ass bitch. And territorial. So like I'm with Eli. I see you at the club. And it's not even about you getting attention. If I see you giving somebody attention, I'm like, I don't fuck with them. Like, I don't fuck with them. Like, why? Yeah. Like, why would you fucking talk to them? Like, I'm like, no. And then now when you ask me for some bougie cat, I'm like this. No, remember you were talking to da-da-da? Nah, go talk to them.
See, all your feelings all involved. That's where it just get very murky.
That's me, though. That's me.
I feel like for me, whenever it just always feels like even when I try to come over to hang out, they always feel like sex is mandatory or something sexual is mandatory. And it's just like, bro, like, I just came to chill. That's it. Why can't we just lean? Like, it ain't always got to give that. Like, am I your own?
I have a question, too. Mm-hmm. So, because I'm in a relationship, to the viewers, but like, are you starting a friendship with benefits as a friend first or with benefits first?
I think it should start with friends first, but I've also had situations where people will be like, I am looking for a friends with benefits. Mm-hmm. So they're looking for, we hang out, and niggas will be like, we can hang out. Sex isn't mandatory, but they're kind of looking for it. Like, oh, I'm looking for a bro I can just chill, game with. He sucked my dick, and then we just chill and smoke. As in, you always kind of looking for that because you ain't trying to do that with nobody else, allegedly.
That don't even seem like a friend with benefits. Like, come over and suck my dick while I play the game. It just seems like I'm getting my dick sucked while I play the game. It just sounds like extracurricular activities. I'm having fun and you're doing something else. I feel like friends, like we talk, like I know what's going on with you, not per se personally all the time, but like I know what's going on with you. I know how you feel. I know what you're doing today. I know your work schedule. I know these things about you. I know your birthday. I know what you don't like. I know what you do like. But I just
know how to be friends.
True.
Like I know sometimes, like when I've had friends with benefits, also, like, I used to. This is all me. I used to kind of, I used to kind of feel some type of way when I would see my friends out with their other friends, and I'm like, damn, bitch, why you ain't invite me?
Yeah.
And I'll be like, and then I'll ask them, and what it really be is that they don't want their other friends to be interested in me, and it just be like, damn, I just want to hang out. I just want.
I just want a friend too. Like I want more. It's a slippery slope.
That's weird to me because, like, if I already know, like, don't my friends know that I fuck with you?
Not always.
And I see why. Because it's like sometimes we do kind of run into that guy and it's kind of just like, kind of want to listen to myself. And it's like not even on no selfish shit, but like we kind of like if we have that one conversation this one time, it's gonna be like, it's not even like I'm like being territorial or just like hiding this one. It's like I know what my friends give and they don't give what I give. So it's just like, okay, let me gatekeep a little bit because my friends can do too much. And it's just like I know they're, XYZ and I'm just like YZ and they're XYZ. I'm just like it should just give A or B, but not A, B, and C, if you catch my drift.
Off the rip, I'm like, that's my dick. I'm letting y'all know. Like, look, I'm bringing him around, and like, we don't need to get into the discussion. Just know that don't try it.
But yeah, don't try it.
Well, I might not even say that's my dick. I'll say he's spoken for.
But some of them don't want to be honest about that. Where it's like they don't want to be honest, and then you bring them around, and then the other friends kind of feel the energy of them niggas fucking.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm gonna say, and see, if you don't feel the energy, like some things are like unspoken. Like you feel the energy, like whoa, like yeah, they fucking. And if y'all don't feel that energy, y'all can't even be my friend because like I can't even be around you sometimes and not play for her if we're friends with benefits. Like I have to play for a little bit. Like if we're gonna be around each other, I might say something slick that has people like, and I'm like, no, we just play like that.
No,
okay.
We just play like that. That's all.
And everybody like, okay.
Right.
And then now you trying, I'm like this. Now, didn't I tell you we just play like that? We just play like that. Me, him, and I, we. Not you. Not you.
Very much, very much.
Very much. I'm like this. Now, hold on, friend. Not too much on them. Not too much on them. Just call them bro.
But they trying to be more than bro sometimes. I guess that's why they don't want me around. But I feel like also when I have had friends with benefits, well, I can't even say that. I guess attempted friends with benefits, it'd be like the sexual activities are too good. But then besides that, I'm like, damn, we really don't have anything in common. How are we gonna really have a friends with benefits? We have nothing in common.
Well, you said nothing. I was about to say you ain't gotta have everything, but nothing.
Or like little to nothing. But it's just
can you have at least one thing in common? Like one thing in common to be friends with benefits?
I mean, I just feel like, is it really sustainable?
Again, that's why I said well, you know what? Maybe I view friends with benefits different from how I view a friendship. Like, again, I wouldn't be in a friendship benefit thing with a best friend. It would have to be with somebody that I'm like, they're almost associates. Almost associates. They're still friendly. Like we still chop it up. When we see each other, there's nothing but love. Like, and if like you got into some shit, I'm there to help you out, you know? But best friends, I don't know. It can't be a strong friendship because I'm like, yo, I've got feelings for you already in another way. Like, I have a whole nother type of feeling for you. And so to give you this butt, I'm like, and especially when the sex good, come on out. Like, I'm going to get jealous.
Yeah.
So have you ever had one?
No. I get jealous as fuck.
That was different.
I get jealous. Like, I'm very territorial. You know what? If I'm going to sit up here and analyze it, have I had a friendship with benefits? Friends with benefits? No. I
Oh, you
can't really
never
think
had
of
one?
one.
I applaud.
I can't think of one where I've been like, we've been messing around and we're only friends. I would say this. I've had scenarios where I've left a certain scenario like college or high school, and people that I was friends with, they said to me, dang, I wanted to try you while we was there. And I'm like, yo, yo, we could have been friends with benefits. Like, why didn't you say anything? But never had anybody really approach me like that on some like friends with benefits type shit. Because I feel like when people, and another thing with me, I'm like usually the only feminine gay out of like a lot of straight friendships. If I'm like around straight people, or if I'm around gay people, a lot of my gay friends are not as femme as me. So it's like it's kind of difficult because not everybody's looking for the femme person, in my eyes.
Mm.
But
What
yeah,
about you?
You said what about me?
Have you had friends with benefits?
That's how a lot of my relationships started. Like, I think 3.
And
And so it's like, that can get crazy. But as long as y'all know, like, when it's getting toxic or when it's getting unhealthy, so y'all can take a little breaky break or a little pause from each other. And, like, I've been in situationships to where it's like, we start off, like, as, like, a hookup, or we start off, like, at the club, going back to, to whichever person's house. And it's like, we're, like, fucking. Like, we skipped all, like, the boundaries and was just like, like, all that, like, don't have sex on the first date. We know what the fuck niggas want, and we know what kind of time people be on. And so it's just like, when we decide to be like, okay, well, fuck the standard, and we just like do the things. It's about, maintaining the relationship, whether that being a friendship or a friendship with benefits, or that, being, moving on to a boyfriend. I'm just like this because I know you said no best friends like messing around with each other. My next boyfriend has to be my best friend, and I only say it's because people like just like be like, here 1 second, take all the things they can, all the benefits, like all the beneficial things. Like, I'm not even gonna say the examples because I'm gonna leave the message stuff for the other questions. But like, it's more so just like reading the room, just like being careful, like knowing what you're getting yourself into. No pun intended. And it's just like protect yourself, I think. So for me, I would definitely say the friend with benefit thing. I think is a cute thing. Like, I think it's cool because it's like, you can't just be like, 1 minute we friends, 1 minute we like fucking, then the next minute we boyfriends. That's not how it works. You have to get to know a person. He has to get to know you or her or them. Y'all need to get to know each other. And y'all just got to be here. Like, if y'all not here, like if you looking at them in their eye and they're looking at your forehead, then y'all not there. You know what I mean? Like, it's about knowing what y'all are doing at the time being.
so, like, I remember you saying you had like 3 relationships that you moved past like friends with benefits into something serious. How was it like maybe after y'all broke up? Like, what was the relationship
dynamic.
afterwards?
I mean, with like, okay, so with like one of them, it just like was very much like, we tried just being friends, just like being girlfriends, but he was the trade. Like, he is from South Carolina, like deep South Carolina. And so it just gave very much like a lot of old habits he still carried on, even moving to New York. Because, that shit was crazy. Like, that happened to be like 2 years after we stopped talking because he had like a kid. So I was just like, why didn't you tell me you had a kid? Not even on I was judging, but on some like, I was just like, whoa, why are we not communicating the important things? Like, my boyfriend should be my best friend, so I should know everything about him. He should know everything about me.
Right.
I get a little crazy too. But fast forwarding 2 years later, I was on Grinder. No, I was on Jack. I'm not even glad like I was on Grinder. I was on Jack. And it's he was living downstairs next door. And it was just like those kind of things, like me being in school in South Carolina and me being in Brooklyn 2 years later and him having to be next door. God moves in very mysterious ways, I think. And I'm just like, sometimes it's just meant to be. But, we linked up, we chatted up like 2 years and then we fucked. And it was kind of just like, it's hard to just be like boom, 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 and then this, and then now you're my girlfriend. Like, it don't give that, especially when they don't know how to properly be a girlfriend. Like, being a girlfriend does not involve being like, oh, that's sister now. Like, that's sister. That's big sis. That's little
True.
sis. No, girl. It's just given we can keep about certain topics. We can have fun. And when I bring you on my friend, it's when I really need you to act accordingly. Because if they don't see it for you, I can't see it for you. Like, by default.
I have a question too for you, both of y'all, because it just popped in my brain to ask when you was talking. How long has y'all friends with benefits last? Like, you know, before it became a relationship, if it did become a relationship, like how long are they lasting? Like weeks, months?
It depends. Because what if they don't live by you? What if they don't live in New York? Like what if?
Well, here goes the real question: what's the longest friends with benefits that y'all have ever been in?
1.5 years.
Okay, that's not long.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's good. Are y'all still friends?
Mm-mm.
Damn.
Yeah, because I never had a friends with benefits that ever escalated into a relationship. Because I just feel like, nigga, I'm over you in a way. Like, we're not all like. Typically, it's like, girl. Actually,
it almost give relationship vibes though, because like, nigga, I'm over you. It's like, I'm not. It's kind of like you cut the friendship off with the benefits.
No, because I mean, I'll say with one, I'm still cool with, but I remember, I remember one time I wanted to cut things off with this boy so bad, but I don't know why. The sex wasn't even that good, no shade. But like, I remember one time I slept over, and like they had this big ass dog, and it would just like, boom, and I'm like, you don't want to them out? And they talking about, nah, he good. He good. He can wait a little bit longer. And I'm like, oh, okay. And it's still barking. I'm like, okay. And then he's just like still steady, like, he's good. And he's like steady, like saying
so that
shit.
one little thing is like, I don't want to fuck with you ever again.
But I already was like, I don't want to fuck with you like that.
Damn.
I didn't want to fuck with you like that anyway. I just happened to
Okay.
slip up. But then
Well,
you
you
just
did say the
like,
sex wasn't good either and stuff like
yeah,
that.
like,
I was gonna say, damn, that one little thing made you like, bitch, he just take the dog out. I can't fuck with him.
But I was like, I'm doing this. The sex is like, and then I'm a
deal breaker.
Hmm?
The sex is a deal breaker off gate.
Like,
how many times are you having sex with a friends with benefits? If see, to me, it's like you said the sex is bad.
It was just meh.
So how many times did y'all have sex?
4.
Why?
He was there.
Look at me, all in your black business right now. I'm like,
he was there. He was, and I actually liked our friendship. But then there would be times I came over.
No, you didn't, because he did not take the dog out.
Well, I know. But that gave me leeway to stop messing with him like that. So you know
First
what?
it's the dog, then it's the trash.
It wasn't about the dog. It was the idea of him being lazy, right?
Yeah, it was him being lazy, and then him like steady like trying to say shit to like be like I'm right basically, and I'm like, girl, fuck you, like.
Yeah, and then you knowing that dog telling you, okay, nigga, I gotta go take a shit.
Like barking. I'm like, girl,
what were y'all doing? Anyways, let's go to the next topic. Anyways.
No, basically, my longest friendship with benefits, I think, was like 2 to 3 years. But it wasn't repeatedly. It wasn't repeatedly. It was just like, you know, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so much of like a hopeless romantic, y'all. That's why I don't even know about like a friends and benefits, because I'm like, once I feel like you're mine in my mind, you're mine. So it's like I don't even want to be like, as soon as I hear you fucking with somebody else, I'm like, no, like what is that? And we don't even gotta go together. I'm just like, I'm the prize. You know, I'm the prize. I don't care you talking to other people. I don't care about that. But as soon as you tell me you, no. Time out. Can't. Cause like niggas really don't be caring. They really do not care. Like, but that's just me. Next topic.
Yeah. Well, the next time was basically like friends that you used to be involved with, which was kind of like easing into. But it's kind of like, well, I'm gonna ask you, Eli, like, do you feel like with guy that you used to be involved with that you kind of moving into? Do you ever feel like there's still like this sense of like territorialness?
I know it is with me.
Mm.
Like just like subtly, like subtly, just like, especially like when y'all ain't seen each other in like a long time, and it's like, yeah, that's sister on the phone, but then it's like y'all in person, and it's just like, it's just giving like put on your pants, like that kind of thing, like the lust is still there, but I'm just a very lustful being. Like for me, romance is very like, we got to be here, but if we're not here, it's cool. But I'm still gonna want to be like nasty and stuff. You know what I mean? Especially if y'all were intimate before in the past, and y'all are still both single. I also like the idea of like letting a close friend that you might be intimate with, like, know, like the everydays. Like if you're talking to somebody, if you're talking to somebody new, if you just if you just got fucked, if you just went to a sex party, like let me know so I can protect myself. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I would much rather a person be like, hell yeah, I just linked up with this other guy that I used to mess with, and then 2 days before I linked up with this other guy, and then like I would rather know, especially if y'all are like being protected, that kind of thing, than like you not telling me nothing or you lying to me or being manipulative, because that's crazy. Like people lie,
Yeah.
like
I
I don't
just
know.
think when you used to be involved with somebody too, it just feels like they still kind of in a way still want that like same access to you. And it's just like, girl, we're not there no more. Like relax.
Yeah. Because sometimes there are times to where I've been like intimate with a guy and he a different, like she's a different girl now. Like she, like like I used to be into guys that like that beat their face, that wear wigs, because I was more like the dominant character, like the more at the top. But it's like after college, like I got a little taste of all the things, so now it's like I'm into different things. So it's like fast forwarding, they transition now, and it's I look at them a little differently now, like not like a sister, but just like a sister, no shade, like just like I don't really see them like that. So it's like, how do you tell a person that you're not interested anymore when you used to be interested in them?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
so.
Have you ever,
That's a good
because
ass take. That is a good ass fucking take. I didn't think about it like that.
how have you
Like,
like,
about the whole like the feminine and then like people transition. I didn't even think about it like that because that does happen often to some people.
Yeah.
Because some people love butch queens and some of the butch queens now are trans girls.
Mm-hmm.
so how have you like told them before, like, we need to just be friends? I know for me, I just be like, we just good Julies right now. That's it. That's
You're mean. This one's mean. This one's real. Like what I'm thinking, I'm gonna say it.
You are mean. Well, I don't want to say you mean. You're very direct, and
Yes.
I tell you this: grace is something you need to work on because your grace level is just out the window. You fucked me over once, or you did something wrong, or I'm like, oh my god, like literally.
But I'm not mean.
I don't want
You're
to say
not
you
mean,
mean.
but you are very blunt with your decision making.
Well,
Even to answer your question. Oh, go ahead.
I think it's also with that. I sometimes give it some days to think on. I give it some days to think on sometimes because I know initially if I do some shit, niggas want me to get ratchet. But at least like days, 2 to 3 business days, like, and then I'll be like, nah, still fuck that nigga.
Even to answer your question, I feel like the phase I am in my life, people that I haven't fucked around with before, if they don't know I'm in a relationship, they're so intimidated by me now. So like they don't even know if they could even have access to me anymore. Like, or they may think you Hollywood. I'm like, bitch, where? But I just think that they think that they can't have access to me anymore. Like, you can't talk to me, or like, you may be different. Yeah. And I get that quite often. If I'm out and I've like interacted with somebody in the past that that we possibly flirted with each other or even mess around with each other, they handle me different. Like they handle me so different. Like on eggshells. And I'm like, okay, I'm still the same person. You don't got to treat me like I'm like some celebrity. But I do like the fact that I'm not the same person in your eyes because I'm not the same person. You can't have access to me like I used to because like I'm in a different phase of my life.
Mm-hmm. T. Well, period. On to something else. We've been on that for a minute. On to like off the wall situations that we have with friends, not necessarily friends with benefits, but just like friends in general. Have y'all ever had like just anything it's just like this? What in the world? Why are we going through this? Has it made your relationship with your friends stronger? Did it make it weaker? You're not friends with them hoes no more? Where'd they go?
Yeah, of course. You already know one.
Go on a rant. That's what I'm like,
You already know one. It goes again. I can't. I don't even want to talk about this. Somebody else go first. Like, I just got traumatized.
Boom. I'm gonna go first. I feel like with me, I feel like a lot of my off the wall situations, I don't even want to talk about all of them, but a lot of them have came from trips. I feel like a lot of the viewers could feel this. Miami, going on trips with your friends at a certain age to Miami, you're most likely not going to be friends with all of those people sometimes. Ciao. I don't even know where I want to start with this because I feel like there's a before part, there's a middle part, and there's an after part. But I'm going to start with the before part. Originally, there was supposed to be me and this girl. We was good friends. We're going to call her Reese's Cup. And originally, like, we were both Leos, so we were supposed to go on.
I was like, was that too close?
No,
it ain't too close.
It ain't too close.
You make nicknames and they're so close to the actual name. It's like you should have just said the name.
All right,
y'all better make my shades on.
Like NATO, I meant napkin. I'm like, you should have just said NATO.
Her name is Twix, guys. And we're both Leos, and we were both inviting all of our friends on this trip so we get an Airbnb, blah, blah, blah. I was inviting 6 of my friends. She was 5 of my friends, 5 of her friends. So it was about to be like 12 of us. I don't feel that's too crazy because Vari and I, we went on a trip with like 15 of us total, and it was a good old time. So I was like, all right, boom. Now, everybody knows at first, oh girl, I want to go. I got the money. Just let me know. Do, blah, blah, blah. Me, I'm an organized type of person. So I'm going to make a note. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make sure everybody know what they need to give. I already know deadlines, blah, blah, blah. As soon as we figure out, okay, what is the Airbnb that everybody like? Everybody like one. Then it's like 2 weeks later. I don't know about this. Da, 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 da. Long story short, everybody on old girl's side basically flexed on her saying, like, I'm not going to go. They basically fell out on her ass. So it became just me and my friends that were saying, like, oh, we're going to go. And then it became, the first deadline came, everybody paid their money. When it came time to the second deadline, Miss Twix said, oh, I'm going to need more time to do this, da, 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 da. And I'm like, girl, how much time you need? We about to go to fucking Miami in 2 weeks. And you already worry about the money for Airbnb. There's still us going there, still us spending money, still us doing the things like Angela Bassett. And you out here got money. Like, that's a pet peeve for me. Don't come out of town and you ain't got no fucking money because that's just going to blow me. But long story short, she paid the first half, but she didn't pay the second half. And she ain't going on the trip. And she was trying to be like, I'm sorry. Bitch, you already know you didn't have the motherfucking money. Mm-hmm. Don't play in my face and try to be like, oh, I'm going to give you... No, bitch, you're not. We all knew you wasn't. You were just trying to be funny. Girl. But, anywho, after the trip, basically, I can say I'm not friends with anybody that went on that trip.
I think that's because y'all were at a certain age.
We cool. One of them were cool, but we just don't talk like that. But everybody else, after that shit, we just are not friends anymore.
I think that was a certain age type vibe. I think that was a certain age type vibes because how old are y'all?
This was me for my 21st. That's what I'm saying. Like, at age, like Miami shit was, girl. Miami is just a mess.
Also, you didn't go with just like gay people.
Yeah.
Not that like gay people and straight people can't go on trips together. They can, but I think, I don't know, like the way we move, the way we go about being interactions in public and everything is different. And I don't think we think about those things when we're trying to plan a trip either sometimes. Like our interactions, the places we want to go, the club, what we want to eat, who we want to be around, what we want to wear, and stuff like that. Like I feel comfortable in this and you want to be like with a turtleneck on. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't come out here for that. Like if you want a turtleneck, we could have went to Tennessee in the mountains. Like we in Miami.
I'm trying to walk down the strip. You talking about your motherfucking feet hurt, bitch? We
Hurt.
just walking.
You complaining about like we was walking all yesterday. Well, bitch, we're on vacation. We're gonna walk. Like, what do you mean? Like, we didn't come like not walk and sit in the house. But I think my biggest thing with a friendship, with a falling out, is like a friend knowing that you used to talk to somebody or go with somebody. And I'm gonna go straight there, go with somebody. And then you and that person break up. Y'all were not friends at the moment, you and that person. So they don't even know that you and the person went together. But when they find out when you went with that person and they still proceed to talk to that person, that is a no-go. Because we're friends. I told you I was in love with this person. I told you we used to be together. Why would you even want to be with somebody or let alone even have sex with somebody that I told you I was in love with? That's a no-no. Like, so if y'all got friends out there that really want to like fuck around with people that you were in love with, they're not your friends. Cause I can see if y'all just fucked around and wasn't nothing serious, but like when you in love with somebody or were in love with somebody, it's a different thing. And that's what happened to me in my friendship. I just like my friend wanted to be loved and wanted attention and wanted the respect of a man, a masculine man at that. And I feel like
more attention than love.
Say it again.
I think it was more so attention than love.
That's what I said. I think at the time he wanted attention and love. Like as a young gay, sometimes we don't have directions or like examples of like this is what love is, where you need to date. And not saying that you need to have that example to go by, but like a healthy way of how to deal with a person. I think when you don't have those things, you then make decisions that ultimately kill friendships, kill relationships at work, just kill a bunch of successful things that you got going for yourself. And I think that's what he did. He didn't know how to like go about being a friend or actually knowing like how to date a guy and say, you know what, my friend fucked with you before. I ain't gonna fuck with you. And I'm not about to like question my friend based off of you because I like you enough. And I think that's what happened. Like he was questioning me based off what somebody else said. I'm like, I'm your friend. He's not your friend. I understand you want attention, but I give you attention. I don't got to give you attention like that, but I give you attention. And like the truth is better than a lie. I'm telling you the truth. They're telling you a lie. I know you want to lay down. I know you want to be cuddled up on a masculine man, and I'm not that. But a friendship is gonna last longer than some dick.
It is.
And that's my story. Like, so y'all, no, don't get friends out there that be wanting the same dick as you.
Or if they do, just understand the boundaries.
I don't know.
Understand, like, they might be interested, but then they understand, you know what, that was my friend, and why would I want my friend's old dick? Like,
yeah, that's why I'm out with it. It's just like, especially if y'all are like fucking that intimately, like, it's too many niggas out here. It's too many niggas out here.
Right. I don't even care. You like this, but we were not friends when y'all were together. Okay, and
there's too many people in this world. It's way too
we're
many people.
friends now. That's what counts.
Mm-hmm.
That's that people with like ulterior motives and just like different intentions like that, like they on the phone with their friends talking about something like, oh, I wish I was with him instead, or like, damn, I kind of hate their relationship, or like, like that's weird. And I've been through way too many situationships of that kind of stuff to where I just realized if you don't understand it's giving bros before hoes, then it's clips for you. It's a chop. Try again on the next ball.
Facts. Now that y'all are older, like I could say y'all mid-20s. I could kind of say mid-20s.
Yeah.
I mean, it's damn near there.
I don't know about that, girl.
You're damn near there, close to.
I'm 22.
Damn near there. You're damn near there. Well, how do y'all go about friendships now compared to like when you're in high school? Because you're completely out of high school, completely out of college and everything. So like, how are friendships like then versus now?
High school, I was into girls, so it's definitely
wow.
different. It's definitely a lot more different now because I'm more into like like males, like trans women, trans males. Honestly, high school was a different time, and like just like looking back on all the shit I used to do, all the shit that everybody used to do, just be like different intentions, like different reasonings, different. Like I thought my future was going to look a little different than how it is now, and it's like now that it's looking the way it is, I understand that the whole cliquish stuff, like the idea of having a friend group, understand everybody in the friend group may not be with us, may not be like as strong, may not have the same intentions as everybody else, and you can't really like dictate and tell how people move and just like with like where they want to be with their life, their careers, their financial goals. It's given very much like people, the girls I grow up with now, the girls I hang out with. I just have to see where everybody's at, like 100%. Like I have to see what the reasoning for everything. Like otherwise, I'm gonna be like,
sure. I can see that. Same way I am. I'm like, bitch, you ain't feeding my spirit. You gotta go, girl.
Exactly. I feel like at least with high school, it just feels like we're all in this space, so we kind of have to deal with each other. So it's like we were friends based off accessibility. Like, girl, I have to see you guys every day. So it's like, okay, we'll kiki, we kai guy, but like, and then also the idea of like cliques. I ain't gonna like back in high school, I definitely wanted a clique, even though I didn't fuck with people like that. I still wanted the idea of a clique.
yeah, like a go-to group.
You see television, you see everybody have like, this friend, that friend, that friend. It just seems so glamorous, but then it's like in reality, it's like that everybody to vibe. I'm sure y'all can even relate to like even mixing friends together. It's kind of like it could go good, but sometimes like bitch, you have a different friend for different situations, and they're friends with you. They ain't friends with everybody else for a reason. It's just like eek. But I feel like now, well, I can say like early 20s, like I felt like, damn, like all my friends should be for everything. Like it should be a friend I can go shopping with. It can be a friend I go to the club with. It can go to friends I could just do everything with. But now I think I have friends for different things, and that makes it easier. So I don't put too much pressure on my friends to be able to do everything. I understand some of my friends are able to go to the club. Some of them we go to the gym. Some of them we cook. Like it's just different things, and I just accept them for who they are, what they're into. That's just that. We don't have to be to exactly the same thing and have to do everything together.
Yes,
I agree. Y'all took the words out of my mouth. I literally took the words.
Yeah, that's my eight. The last one, 8.
Now, this is some real shit. Y'all gotta be real on this one. Now, as a friend, have y'all feel like y'all done some fucked up shit as a friend? Like, cause we tend to, like, as human beings, love to turn the green light on ourselves. And the green light for me is like, I'm good. I never do anything wrong. I'm perfect. I've matured. I don't have any trauma. I don't need to go to therapy. Bitch, there's nothing wrong with me. And I think that is something that's so delusional sometimes about us. Like, we do fuck up and we do things that are wrong. So have y'all fucked up in a friendship before?
Yeah, definitely.
If I'm being honest, I don't think so. I don't.
That's the delusional shit I'm talking about. That's that delusional shit.
No. Because I mean, do I make mistakes like anybody else? Yes. But I also feel like I can come back and I can talk about it and I can understand, this was uncool and I can apologize. But if
I wish I had my gavel. Neto, I'm calling foul. Bang, 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 bang. Nigga, I know you have done something in a friendship that you've been questionable about. Like, you're like, damn, was that a good friend of me?
Like what? Because I can think of one.
I know you done something that you probably like, was I being a good friend in this moment?
I think the only thing, like, I can understand, I'll say.
The reason the reason I can't point out anything. You haven't been mean to me or bad to me, so I can't point that out to the world, Nato. But I will say this. In order to be a good friend, you have to fuck up.
I don't think so. I think
you have to fuck up, because my thing is there is no way to possibly be the best person ever to a person. I'm in a relationship with my boyfriend. He fucks up. So if I know my boyfriend's going to fuck up, I know my friends are going to fuck up. Meaning that, like, they're not perfect. I'm not looking for you to have like a perfect friendship, but there are moments where I feel let down, or I feel like you said something and that kind of upped me, or like I needed to take a breather back from you and you've done something to hurt me. So that's a moment where you are having been the best of a friend to me. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying I've gotten that here. I'm just saying I'm pretty sure that has happened throughout friendships. I hope, because that's the part of being a friendship sometimes.
I
Majority of the time, to me, you ain't perfect.
I've never had a friend that necessarily needed to take a breather from me. I have had times where like I have made a joke and then they instantly tell me, I wasn't too comfortable with that joke. That
So
joke
you
did
haven't been the greatest friend all the
no.
time.
Like they said that in that moment, and in that moment I was like, you know what? I didn't think about that. I apologize. I will definitely not make that kind of joke because I see how that makes you feel. That's the type of thing where it's like, you know what? I fucked up, but not necessarily like, yo, like I did some fuck shit. Like that's a whole different thing. I feel
But see,
like,
that
and
was my question. My question was, do you feel like you've ever fucked up in a friendship? That was my question. My question was, do you feel like you've ever done some fuck shit? Some fuck shit is some fuck shit, but have you ever messed up in a friendship where you did some shit that you like, ah, man, wow, I know I should never did that.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
I
Yeah.
have. I
You
have.
personally know.
And the reason I say I have, even in entering a friendship, like doing something previous to getting into that friendship, and then now you're entering that friendship, and then they're like this, you did this in the past and it hurt me. And I'm like, oh shit, whoa. I ain't never think about it like that. And then in their minds, they already categorizing me as a friend in that moment. And I'm like, this, no, you was an associate. Like, you were not a friend, but you thought of me as a friend. So I'm like, dang, I do want to respect you now because we are friends now. So I'm like, I am sorry.
Mm.
But I can't remember. I can't think of any time where I feel like you've been like not a good friend.
Like not a good friend. That's one thing. Like for someone to be like, I'm not a good friend, bitch, that makes me want to fight because I really work to be a great or slash good friend and try to always have good intentions. That's why if they were to say in that moment, like, oh, that made me feel some type of way, which to my knowledge only happened like twice, where they literally said it, I wasn't feeling that. And I said instantly, like, you know what? I didn't realize that and it wasn't my intentions. I apologize. I will work better as a friend. That's just the type of person I am.
See, I
But
think another way of not being a good friend too is like if I ask you something and you know I shouldn't do it and you're just like trying to support it because you're a friend. Like just to try to make me feel good. Not saying I'm looking crazy in the world to people, but like that you're thinking something opposite of what I asked you. Like, hey friend, do you think da da da? You're like, yeah. But in your mind, you're like this, I wouldn't do it though.
well, now that's a little different. Now I've had girlfriends where again, it's just like I think that's also a thing. Like with some of the girlfriends I've had in the past, they'll ask you about some nigga shit. And
Mm-hmm.
there's times I can tell you about some nigga shit and you can take my advice and you typically don't take my advice. So at a point, am I wrong for being like, well, shit, she ain't gonna take my advice anyway. So I'm gonna just be like, you know what, girl? I think you should do what's best for you. Whatever you do, I'm gonna be here for your ass.
I can't believe that you really on your high horse right now. You being the best friend ever.
I think I'm one
I
of the
can't believe it. I can't believe it right now. You've been the best friend ever. No, you haven't done anything horrible. I don't look at you as a horrible person either. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm trying to think of things where I feel like you've handled a situation wrong. I don't know. I mean, I can't really think of anything. You are an introvert too, little bit of a lot of the time. You're very introverted. So it's kind of hard to read you. If you don't know you, it's hard to read you.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Definitely that.
I don't know. I don't know. I
But
don't know. I don't know. Only you would know if you've been a good friend or not.
I've been a great friend. What about you, Eli? What are some times you may have fucked up or whatever in a friendship?
Um, Me personally, I feel like a lot of this kind of stuff happens with my friends that are usually queer compared to my straight friends that usually do stuff with me that just makes me uncomfortable. It just starts with like communicating with them. Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Or just like, that's a chop, or just like, just like in the future, like let's just, keep it at this. So just I think the idea of just setting proper boundaries, nothing really prominent that's just like, bitch, like I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Like except about that boy stuff. I feel like we all get a little boy crazy sometimes, because I feel like to a certain extent a lot of us are hopeless romantics. But it's like we shouldn't dibble and dabble with each other's close friends, especially when like we've been intimate. So I mean, that's where I feel like I could have, been like, like let's just not, you know what I mean? Because it's like I said before, it's just too many guys out there. It's like, but y'all, I be horny. Like I just be like in my head, like in my lustful head, and it just be that. But as far as like things I've done wrong, like or things that I not necessarily regret, but just like would have done differently, definitely just like boy stuff. Definitely just how I speak to people I love. Definitely just like my love language, my communicative skills. And if I don't like something, and vice versa, just like us being here, just being like boom, boom, boom. This is where we at right now. This is what I can't have anymore. And it's so much more deeper, NATO, than just saying I was really fucking with that. You got to be like in depth, bitch. You can't do this because this and this and this and this and this. And if you continue to do this, then bitch, I'm gonna jump you. Like no shade. Like you're going to get pops because like it's not even just like you're attacking my feelings. Like you're attacking my character, and now you trying it. So I think it's just communicative skills that I should have had that I just didn't have at the time. But you gotta learn somehow. You know what I mean? So just the idea of setting certain boundaries.
Heavy on boundaries.
Yeah.
There was a many time even where like Eli and I we fell out, but as you can see, guys.
Okay. I like that.
I like that.
Yeah. We fell out like a little bit just because we just wasn't on the same page. And I felt like definitely if we had a conversation.
I'm trying to get in y'all black business. What y'all wasn't on the page? I'm joking. I love doing that.
Honestly, like I did this podcast thing with this other girl the other day. She's like a New York native, and we were talking briefly about just like, just what a friend is, like what a friend does for each other, like the like when a person says friend, like when you look up friend in the dictionary, what comes up? You know what I mean? It's just like just having common sense. I think just like, and I just feel like a lot of our common sense was just like going out the window a little bit. So we just had to take a little break. And honestly, I was just going through like a lot of stuff at one point, and it's like I just feel like I was in a similar place with a lot of my friends at one point. And so it's like now another very close friendship, I don't even have that anymore. And I'm kind of glad now, after all the tears and just like, like whatever I was going through, I just feel like sometimes things get a little unhealthy, and you have to be able to pick yourself back up when you fall, because sometimes it does get hard. And also, I think I was developing a level of codependency on you, NATO, and also another close friend that I'm no longer cool with. But it's like when that happens, you have to kind of realize these like, as much as you think they're going to be in your life for the rest of your life, like you have to understand people go through things. People go through being broke. Child, that's an epidemic on its own. Like all this stuff happens, so it's kind of just like you have to just remember you have to be a person available or accessible whenever you want to be available / accessible, and you can't depend on that person to always be this for you, because the tides may change. And that's just where I'm at with a lot of my relationships now. It's just like not being too close, like not even a way to where I'm trying to protect myself, but just where I'm trying to protect other people too, because I think sometimes people do get a little codependent with me, and I don't even be there with them. So it's kind of just like, it's just that, I think.
I love to hear that. That really makes me so happy, because what I'm hearing from you, and I feel like I'm hearing from a lot of people that I'm interacting with, like they're truly entering the space of like healing, like self-healing. I know how to go about a friendship. I feel like I'm going to be completely honest with myself, and to anybody else that's hearing this out there, a lot of the time, like before I was fully who I am now, not that I know who I am, but like I know where I want to go, and I know, who I was and who I don't want to be anymore. And a lot of the things I used to do in the past wasn't me. it was just me trying to find myself. So a lot of people that thought they were my friends, no, you are not my friend. I didn't know how to be a friend. I didn't know how to love up on myself, so I didn't know how to love up on you. And I think I see that play out so much in friendship. Like people don't love themselves, so they ultimately don't know how to love you. And if you don't know how to love yourself, you don't know how to be a good friend. Because like, how can I trust you if you don't know how to trust yourself? Trust yourself to love yourself and put you first. And I see that happen so much. So when I hear you say that, it just makes me feel like, damn, we really doing some healing out here. Cause my parents, they don't act like that. They don't have conversations like this. My grandmother and I have a conversation like this and stuff, like unpacking like how friendships have like played such a huge part of their life, of how they make decisions, of relationships to different friends, to jobs. And I think sometimes we don't even think about those things. Our friends influence a lot of our decisions. As much as we don't want to accept it, they do,
They
because
do.
we are proud of them. We look to them for inspiration. And I think a lot of the times we've been getting inspiration from the wrong people. Like,
Yes.
I've been getting inspiration from the wrong fucking people and giving my time, my energy to somebody that was trying to use it.
Use it incorrectly, and
Mhm.
you don't even like realize it until they're gone.
Yes.
Like
Like,
you
damn,
end up
bitch, a
they're gone.
leech.
You haven't gained nearly as much as they gained from you, and then you just feel used and you feel icky. But that's where I'm at. I'm ready to get into that thing because I'm just like, it's child, it's hard, but
It is so hard, but it feels good though. It feels good to know that like I'm not wasting any more time on people that I just know that I don't need to be wasting time on, because it's nothing. And there's nothing like feeling like you're wasting time. Like I've been around people and felt like I waste time being around them, and I've allowed myself to still be around them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, what the fuck is wrong with me? And I'm like, maybe I need to just step away from this so-called friendship to go do some friendships of my own, like with my damn self. I need to fall in love with myself, become my own friend. And I think that's what so many people need to do with friendships. Like, go be your own friend so then you can know how to be a friend to other people, because you're using people and people are using you.
Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe with like, have y'all ever experienced like when you've lost a friendship, like in a sense, like a grieving process? Yeah.
Yeah. Still, still to this day, people that I know I needed to change, and I know that I see the potential in them in changing, and if they haven't changed, and I know I have, I still sometimes may feel that potential that they have. Like, damn, I know you can be here. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to look at you as a lost cause. I just want to still feel like, damn, you are a human being with purpose, and I just be wanting them to open that third eye or whatever it is to just like wake up to seeing who the fuck you are. And that maybe will help our friendship, again. But at this moment, yeah, I'm still grieving you because I still have that faith that you gonna open your damn eyes to see the real shit, and you still don't.
heavy
I
on
think
that.
like there with grieving, it's been hard because it's like part of me be like, fuck that nigga, I don't care, they ain't shit any other fucking way. But clearly they were shit because we were friends in a certain way, and it's kind of like hard because you kind of wish things happened differently, but they happen the way they pan out, and it's just you gotta accept it. You gotta accept that maybe y'all will come back one day, but just accept the space that y'all have at that moment. And it'll be hard. You might cry, but it'll
Have you
make.
ever grieved somebody that did you wrong though?
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Yeah,
That
And
should
it was
be hard as
hard.
fuck, y'all, to do. It'd be so hard to grieve them because you want to hate their ass instead of like, dang, I really want you around. But I'm like, I really want to hate you, bitch. Hate you
Yeah.
down.
But the love is so strong.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't have those right now though. Like I don't hate anybody. Anybody that I'm friends with, we're real friends. Cause I literally just told people like if we was friends in the past, like we possibly really wasn't friends. So I'm letting y'all know to the people now in my life, we're really friends. I don't want y'all to feel like we're not friends, but child, y'all gotta learn how to be a real friend out here. Y'all don't know how to be real friends. You don't love yourself, you know?
yeah.
And honestly, y'all need to be friends with your parents too. That's gonna help some of your fucking trauma and how to be a better friend. Y'all need to be friends with your parents. Y'all parents being solely like parental guides and just like you better, and y'all don't have that good friendship. So that's why y'all don't even like talking to each other.
Yeah.
And that's what me and my mom are trying to do now. So that's kind of helping me be a better friend. I'm like, I could talk to her more, because I feel like she was just always trying to tell me, you better not do this because I know better and you don't, and like we didn't have that dynamic. So I'm like, I didn't even know how to transition that into friends. Like now I'm going into friendships like, no, I know better and you don't, because my mom taught me like, no, I know better and you don't. I'm like, damn, I'm projecting that shit onto my friends. And now I'm going into my friendships and they're like, you bossy. You bossy as hell. Like, I can't fuck with you. You bossy, bitch. So I don't want to say nothing to you because I already know how you gonna handle it. And that's how my friends are now. Some things I'm trying to like correct with myself because my friend Terrell told me yesterday, he said, bitch, you got a mouth on you. I said, I know. I know.
Wow. Wow. I can definitely say like me and my mom, we've had a rocky relationship. But like I can definitely say now we are friends. Like I can call her and like definitely talk to her about some nigga shit and she'll be there to listen, kind of read me, but read me properly because she used to try to read me. I'm like, girl, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. But now, hey, you kind of ate. I boom. And like even when she might need some advice. I be telling her like, girl, you don't need to be doing all that. You need to be doing this, and that. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna take that advice. And it's such a great thing to be in this space to be able to do that, to be able to just talk about anything. Because I remember a place where I felt like I had to hide everything from her ass. So.
I think that's so many of our experiences as like people of color, especially in the LGBTQA, QIA plus. Those are the experiences that we have not feeling like validated, especially by people that are so close to us, especially like parents. Like we don't be feeling validated or seen or loved on. So like we be wanting that acceptance and friendship for other people outside of the home. And then like we don't even know if they're giving it correctly. Mm-hmm. So like we're getting used the fuck up. But yeah, next subject. I'm sorry, y'all. I got a little emotional, but I wanted to talk about some real shit.
No, you're right. Woo. But that kind of concludes our talk about friendship. We've been very long-winded, going on about the highs, the lows, the mediums, and the in-betweens, and the sides, and the tops, and the bottoms. And now we're just going to end off with our last segment, which is a new thing. Talk about what you feeling. And that's just talking about like a song that we just been feeling this week, whether it's a new song, an old song, or just, whatever we just been having on replay or having a session. I'm gonna let one of y'all start.
Nato, you start.
Pound Town. Pound Town.
What is that still? I still don't know.
That's my song right now. Like Pound
Sing
Town,
the song.
Red and Take Heed. Like that is my song. That's my workout song. When I'm working on these motherfucking thighs and this ass, that's what keeps going.
Can you please sing a little bit of the song?
I just did.
Not the Pound Town part.
My coochie pink, my booty hole brown. Said, I'm in Miami looking for the hoochie daddies.
Is that City Girls?
No, JT did repost her, and Summer Walker reposted her. It's Sexy Red.
That's a bop.
It's a bop.
Is that from the show?
No, it just came out like. It's a bop. I recommend. Y'all want to work on them? Put that song on.
My song is. You help me with the name. You kind of know my song already, Nato. I don't know how to say the name of the song, so you might have to help me.
Que tu pedi?
No, the lemon song.
Oh, agua, diamante y limón.
Yes. What Nato said. It's by Kelly, which is it's on her Spanish album.
Mm-hmm. It was the one before she dropped.
Say it again.
The last one she dropped?
No, it's the album before that one.
Okay, the pink one. Yeah.
Yes.
Very familiar with that song.
So good.
That's my song.
I have two, and one of them is a Caliucci song, but it's the Hasta Cuando. The everyday listen for me. Like the any part is just and then Bruises by Glilla. So yeah, very therapeutic albums for me. Very, just very like acceptance, healing pieces of work, I think.
It's giving taste.
I just saw her in concert the other day. It was cute. Like the people that were there, it was just like, yes. Like,
Was the room red?
Huh?
Was the room red?
It was changing different colors, but it was red at some point.
I think I saw somebody post something when she was on stage, and the room was red when she was on stage. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, she's been doing it for me. I love her last album. Beautiful, beautiful.
I've been wanting the girls to literally not take so long. Like, don't give me like 2 years of no music. I like don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. I know they go through mental stuff, but still.
They need to take the time to give us great bodies of work.
2 years. Like, I can get at least a song, just one. You don't even got to be on the album. Like, just one. Like, just give me something, to let me know that you're working on something.
Mm-hmm.
Something that you're not gonna put on the album.
Child, let me not go there. Anyway.
Okay. Also, y'all stream Nicki Minaj. That's what we ended the episode on. That's the end of this episode. Thank y'all so much.
Right.
For real, thank you for joining, listen to us talk about friendships and everything in between. Thank you, Eli, for coming on and joining the talk. Do you want to talk about or promote anything or highlight anything? Tell them about your Instagrams, your Twitters, and all the things.
Yes, you guys can definitely follow me on Instagram at Way of Eli. And Elijah.captures. That's my photography page. But yeah. And I'm not really a Twitter like that, but I mean, the Twitter is Way of Eli 1. But yeah, heavy on the Instagram.
Yes, definitely check out his word because he's one of them girls. Mm-hmm. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for streaming. Come in next week.
Yes. Bye.
All right, y'all take care.
What hold on.